Shakespeare the Dark Shakescare Scene Fest. I'm Anna, I'll be your MC for the night. This is the second year in a row that we have had our Scene Fest, and our first Halloween-themed one, which is very exciting. Our actors and directors have been hard at work these past few weeks creating these scenes, so please sit back, relax, enjoy the silly, scary interpretations of Shakespeare. Our first scene is Macbeth, Act 1, Scene 1 and 3, directed by Emma Jin. The most exciting supernatural power in the world is from witches. Either by prophecy or curse, witches can always shock you. Let's see how these mysterious witches haunted our brave hero, Macbeth. Woo!
Where shall we meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain?
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won.
That will e'er be the set of sun.
Where the place?
Upon the heath.
There to meet with Macbeth.
I come, Grey Malkin.
Patty calls. Anon.
Fair is foul and foul is fair. Hover through the fog and filthy air.
Sister, killing swine.
Sister, where thou?
A sailor's wife had chestnuts in her lap, and munched and munched and munched. Give me, quoth I. Oh, no, the rump-fed ruffian cries. And her husband's to Aleppo gone, master of the tiger, but in a sieve all thither sail. And like a rat without a tail, I'll do.
I'll
give thee a wind, art guide.
Oh, and I another.
I myself have all the other, and the very ports they blow, all the quarters that they know. Aye, the shipman's card. I'll drain him dry as hay. Sleep shall neither night nor day hang upon his penthouse lid. He shall live a man forbid. Weary 7 nights, 9 times 9, shall he dwindle, peak, and pine. Though his bark cannot be lost, yet it shall be tempest-tossed. Look what I have. Show me. I have a thumb, cracked as homeward the pilot did come.
Oh, a drum. Macbeth doth come.
Weird sisters, hand in hand, posters of the sea and land, thus you go about, thrice to thine, and thrice to mine, and thrice again to make up mine. Peace, the charms wound up.
So foul and fair day I have not seen.
How far is it called to fort? What are these that are so wicked and wild in their attire, that look not like the inhabitants of the earth, and yet are on it? Live you, or you want that man may question? Oh, you seem to understand me by each at once, her choppy fingers laying on her skinny lips. You should be women, but your beards forbid me from thinking that you are so.
Speak, if you can. What are you?
All hail, Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Glamis!
Hail to thee, O Thane of Cawdor!
All hail Macbeth, that shalt be king hereafter.
Good sir, why do you start and seem to fear things that do sound so fair? In the name of truth, are you fantastical, or that which you outwardly do seem? My noble partner you greet with present grace, and royal hope and noble having, that he seems rapt withal. But to me you speak not. If you can indeed see through the seeds of time and say which grains will grow and which will not, speak then to me, who neither begs nor fears your favors nor your hatred.
Stay, you imperfect speakers. Tell me more. By Sinel's death, I know I am Thane of Glamis. Hal Cawdor. The Thane of Cawdor lives, a prosperous gentleman. And to be king stands not within the prospect of belief no more than to be Cawdor. Say from whence you owe this strange intelligence, or why upon this blasted heath you stop our path with such prophetic greeting. Speak, I charge you.
The earth hath bubbles as water does, and these are of them. Whither are they vanished?
Into the wind, and what seemed corporeal melted as breath into the air. One day it stayed.
Were things here that we do speak about? Have we eaten on the insane root that doth take the reason prisoner?
Your children shall be kings.
You shall be king.
And Thane of Cawdor, too. Went it not so?
To the selfsame tune and words.
All right, our next scene is Hamlet, Act 1, Scene 5, directed by Ali Watkinson. Hamlet, the young Prince of Denmark, finds himself haunted by the ghost of a close relative. The ghost of whom? We'll find out. Tonight, the role of Hamlet will be played by Ali Watkinson.
Where will thou lead me? Speak, I'll go no further.
Mark me.
I will.
My hour is almost come, when I to sulphurous and tormenting flames must render up myself.
Alas, poor ghost.
Pity me not, but lend thy serious hearing to what I shall unfold.
Speak, I am bound to hear.
So art thou to revenge when thou shalt hear.
What?
I am thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain term to walk the night, and by day confined to fast in fires, till the foul crimes done in my days of nature are burnt and purged away. But that I am forbid to tell the secrets of my prison house, I could a tale unfold whose lightest word would harrow up thy soul, freeze thy young blood, make thy two eyes like stars start from their spheres, thy knotted and combined locks to part, and each particular hair to stand on end like quills upon the fretful porpentine. But this eternal blazon must not be to ears of flesh and blood. List, oh list, if thou didst ever thy dear father love.
Oh, God!
Revenge his foul and most unnatural murder.
Murder?
Murder most foul, as in the best it is. But this most foul, strange, and unnatural.
Haste me to know it, that I with wings as swift as meditation or the thoughts of love may sweep to my revenge.
I find thee apt. And duller shouldst thou be than the fat weed that roots itself in ease on Lethe wharf, wouldst thou not stir in this. No, Hamlet, he is given out that, sleeping in my orchard, a serpent stung me. So the whole ear of Denmark is by a forged process of my death rankly abused. But know, thou noble youth, the serpent that did sting thy father's life now wears his crown.
Oh, my prophetic soul, my uncle.
Aye, that incestuous, that adulterate beast, with witchcraft of his wit, with traitorous gifts, wicked written gifts that have the power so to seduce one to his shameful lust, the will of my most seeming virtuous queen. Oh, Hamlet, what a falling off was there from me, whose love was of that dignity that it went hand in hand even with the vow I made to her in marriage, and to decline upon a wretch whose natural gifts were poor to those of mine, but virtue, as it never will be moved, though lewdness court it in a shape of heaven, so lust, though to a radiant angel linked, will sate itself in a celestial bed and prey on garbage. But soft, methinks I scent the morning air. Brief let me be. Sleeping within my orchard, my custom always of the afternoon. Upon my secure hour thy uncle stole, with juice of cursed Hebanon in a vial, and in the porches of my ear did pour the leprous distilment, whose effect holds such an enmity with blood of man that swift as quicksilver it courses through the natural gates and alleys of the body, and with a sudden vigor doth posset and curd, like eager droppings into milk, the thin and wholesome blood. So did it mine. And a most instant tetter walked about, most lazar-like, with vile and loathsome crust all my smooth body. Thus was I, sleeping, by a brother's hand, of life, of crown, of queen, at once dispatched, cut off even in the blossoms of my sin, unhouselled, disappointed, unannaled, no reckoning made, but sent to my account with all my imperfections on my head. Oh, horrible, most horrible! If thou hast nature in thee, bear it not. Let not the royal bed of Denmark be a couch for luxury and damned incest. But, howsoever thou pursuest this act, take not thy mind, nor let thy soul contrive against thy mother aught. Leave her to heaven, and to those thorns that in her bosom lodged prick and sting her. Fare thee well at once. The glowworm shows the matin to be near, and begins to pale his uneffectual fire. Adieu! Hamlet. Remember me.
Oh, all you hosts of heaven! Oh, earth! What else? And shall I couple hell? Oh, fie, hold my heart. And you, my sinews, grow not instant old, and bear me stiffly up. Remember thee. Thou poor ghost, what while memory holds a seat in this distractive globe, remember thee. Yea, from the table of my memory I'll wipe away all trivial fond records, all saws of books, all formations, all pressures past, that youth and observation copied there. And thy commandment all alone shall live within the book and volume of my brain, unmixed with baser matter. Yes, by heaven. O most pernicious woman. O villain, smiling, damned villain! My tables. Meet it as I set it down. That one may smile and be a villain. At least I'm sure it may be so in Denmark. So, uncle, there you are. Now to my word. It is. Adieu, adieu. Remember me. I'll have sworn it.
My lord, heaven secure him.
Oh, so be it.
Hello, my lord.
Hello, ho, ho, boy, come, bird, come.
My lord, what news?
Oh, wonderful.
Good, tell it.
No, you'll reveal it.
Not I, my lord, by heaven.
How say you then? Would harm man once think it? But you'll be secret?
Aye, my lord, by heaven.
There is ne'er a villain dwelling in all Denmark, but he's an errant knave.
We do not need a ghost come from the grave to tell us that, my lord.
Why, right, you are in the right, and so without more circumstance at all, I hold it fit that we shake hands and part. You, as your business and desire shall point you, for every man hath business and desire, such as it is, and for mine own poor part, look you all go pray.
These are but wild and whirling words, my lord.
I'm sorry they offend you heartily, yes, faith, heartily.
There's no offense, my lord.
Yes, by St. Patrick, but there is, Horatio, and much offense too, touching this vision here. It is an honest ghost, let me tell you, for your desire to know what is between us, or master it as you may. And now, good friend, as you are a friend, scholar and soldier, give me one poor request.
What is it, my lord? I will.
Never make known what you have seen here tonight.
My lord, I will not.
Nay, but swear it.
In faith, my lord, not I.
Upon my sword.
I have sworn, my lord, already.
Indeed, upon my sword, indeed.
Swear!
Aha, boy, sayest thou so? Art thou there? Art thou there, true penny? Come on, you hear this fellow in the cellarage, consent to swear.
Propose the oath, my lord.
Never to speak of that you have seen. Swear by my sword.
Swear!
Hic et ubique. Then we'll shift our ground. Now come, hither, gentlemen, and lay your hands again upon my sword, never to speak of this that you have heard. Swear by my sword.
Swear!
Well said, old mole. Canst work in earth so fast, a worthy pioneer. Once more remove, good friend.
Oh, day and night, but this is wondrous strange.
And therefore, as a stranger, give it welcome. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. But come, here, as before, never, so help me mercy, how strange or odd so I bear myself, as perchance hereafter think meet, to put an antic disposition on, that you, at such times, seeing me, never shall, with arms encumbered thus, or to of this head shake, or by pronouncing of some doubtful phrase as, well, we know, or we could, and if we would, or if we list to speak, or there be, and if they might, or such ambiguous giving out, to note that you know aught of me. This not to do. So grace and mercy at your most need help you. Swear.
Swear!
Rest, perturbed spirit.
I swear, Lord Hamlet.
So, gentlemen, with all my love, I do commend me to you. And what so poor a man as Hamlet is may do to express his love and friending to you. God willing, shall not lack. Let us go in together, and still your fingers on your lips, I pray. The time is out of joint. Oh, cursed spite, that ever I was born to set it right. Nay, come, let's go together.
Our next scene is Macbeth Act 3, Scene 4, directed by Megan Kirk. This scene shows Macbeth being gaslit, gatekept, and girl-bossed by his friends at his and Lady Mac's Halloween party. Is Banquo actually dead? No. Does Mac know that? Also no. But Lady Mac, Ross, Lennox, the murderer, and Banquo's ghost know, and they're about to make it everybody's problem. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss, Macbeth.
You know your own degrees. Sit down. At first and last, the hearty welcome.
Thanks to your majesty.
Ourself will mingle with society and play the humble host. Our hostess keeps her state, but in best time, we will require her welcome.
Oh, pronounce it for me, sir, to all our friends. For my heart speaks, they are welcome.
See, they encounter thee with their hearts' thanks. Both sides are even here, I'll sit in the midst. Be large in mirth, anon we'll drink a measure, the table round. There's blood on that face.
Oh, 'tis Banquo's then.
'Tis better thee without than he within. Is he dispatched?
My lord, his throat is cut. That I did for him.
Thou art the best of the cutthroats, yet he's good that did the like for affluence. If thou didst it, thou art the non-paroil.
Most royal, sir. Leon's escaped.
Then comes my fit again. I had else been perfect, whole as the marble, founded as the rock, as broad and general as the casing air. But now I am cabined, cribbed, confined, bound in to saucy doubts and fears. But Banquo's safe.
Aye, my good lord. Safe in a ditch he bides, with 20 trenched gashes on his head, the least a death to nature.
Thanks for that. There the grown serpent lies. The worm that's fled hath nature that in time will venom breed. No teeth for the present. Get thee gone. Tomorrow we'll hear ourselves again.
My royal lord, you do not give the cheer. The feast is sold, that is not often vouched. While 'tis a making, 'tis given with welcome. To feed were best at home. From thence the sauce to meat is ceremony. Meeting were bare without it.
Sweet remembrancer. Now, good digestion, weight on appetite, and health on both.
May it please your highness. Sit.
We had now our country's honor roofed with a graced person of our Banquo present, whom may I rather challenge for unkindness than pity for mischance.
His absent sir lays blame upon his promise. May it please your highness to grace us with your royal company.
The table's full.
Here is a place reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord. What is it that moves your highness?
Which of you have done this?
What, my lord?
Thou canst not say I did it. Never shake thy gory locks at me.
Gentlemen, rise. His highness is not well.
Oh, sit, worthy friends. My lord is often thus, and hath been from his youth. Pray you, keep seat. The fit is momentary. Upon a thought, he will again be well. If much you note him, you shall offend him, and extend his passion. Feed, and regard him not. Are you a man?
I, and a bold one that dare look on that, which might appall the devil.
Oh, proper stuff! This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger which you said led you to Duncan. Ah, these flaws and starts, impostors to true fear, would well become a woman's story at a winter's fire, authorized by her grandam. Ooh. Shame itself. Why do you make such faces? When all is done, you look but on a stool.
Prithee, see there, behold, look, lo, why, what say you? Why, what care I, if thou canst nod, speak too. If charnel houses and graves must send those we bury back, our monuments shall be the maws of kites.
What? Quite unmanned in folly.
If I stand here, I saw him.
Fine, for shame.
Blood hath been shed ere now. In the olden time, ere human statute purged a gentle wheel. Aye, and since too, murders have been performed too terrible for the ear. The times have been that when the brains were out, the man would die, and there an end. But now they rise again with 20 mortal murders on their crowns. This is more strange than such a murder is.
My worthy lord, your noble friends do lack you.
I do forget. Do not muse at me, my most worthy friends. I have a strange infirmity, which is nothing to those that know me. Come, love and health to all. Then I'll sit down. Give me some wine. Fill full. I drink to the general joy of the whole table, and to our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss. Would he were here, to all and him we thirst, and all to all.
Our duties.
And the pledge.
Avaunt and quit my sight, let the earth hide thee! Thy bones are marrowless, thy blood is cold, thou hast no speculation in the eyes which thou dost glare with.
Think of this, good peers, but as a thing of custom. 'Tis no other, only it spoils the pleasure of the time.
What man dare? I dare! Approach thou like the rugged Russian bear, the armed rhinoceros, the Hyrcan tiger. Take any shape but that, and my firm nerves shall never tremble or be alive again. And dare me to the desert with thy sword. If trembling I inhabit, then protest me the baby of a girl. Hence, horrible shadow, unreal mockery, hence! Why so? Being gone, I am a man again. Pray you, sit still.
You have displaced the mirth, broke the good meeting with most admired disorder.
Can such things be and overcome us like a summer's cloud without our special wonder? You make me strange even to the disposition that I owe, when I think you can behold such sights and keep the natural ruby of your cheeks when mine is blanched with fear.
What sights, my lord?
I pray you, speak not. He grows worse and worse. Question enrages him. At once, good night. Stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
Good night and better health. Attend his majesty.
A kind good night to all.
It will have blood, they say. Blood will have blood. Stones have been known to move and trees to speak. Augurs and understood relations have, by magpies and choughs and rooks, brought forth the secretest man of blood. What is the night?
Almost at odds with morning. Which is which?
How sayest thou? That Macduff denies his person at our great bidding?
Did you send to him, sir?
I hear it, by the way, but I will send. There's not a one of them, but in his house I keep a servant feared. I will tomorrow, and betimes I will to the Weird Sisters. More shall they speak, for now I am bent to know. By the worst means the worst. For mine own good, all causes shall give way. I am in blood, stepped in so far that, should I wade no more, returning were as tedious as go o'er. Strange things I have in head that will to hand that must be acted, ere they may be scanned.
You lack the season of all natures. Sleep.
Come, will to sleep. My strange and self-abuse is the initiate fear that wants hard use. We are yet but young, indeed.
Next up, we have Merry Wives of Windsor, Act 5, Scene 5, directed by Christian Huggart. The scene takes place at the end of Merry Wives of Windsor, where the titular wives conspire to embarrass Sir John Falstaff for trying to sleep with them throughout the play. Enjoy.
The bell has struck 12. The minute draws on. Now the hot-blooded gods assist me. Remember, Jove, thou wast a bull for thy robe, a love set on thy horns, a powerful love that in some respects makes a beast a man, and in some others a man a beast. And you were as well, Jupiter, a swan for the love of Leda. Oh, omnipotent love, how near the god drove to the form of a goose. Oh, a fault done first in the form of a beast. Oh, Jove, a beastly fault. And then another in the semblance of a fowl. Think on it, Jove, a foul fault. Oh, when the gods have hot backs, what shall poor men do? For me, I am here a Windsor stag, and the fattest, I think, in the forest.
Send me a cool rut-time Jover. Who can blame me to piss my tallow? Who goes there? My doe?
Sir John, art thou there, my dear? My male dear?
Oh, my doe with the black scut. Let the sky rain potatoes. Let it thunder to the tune of green sleeves, hail-kissing comfits, and snow Aaron goes. Let there come a tempest of provocation. I will shelter me here.
Mistress Page, just come with me, sweetheart.
Divide me like a bribed buck, each a haunch. Leave the sides for myself, my shoulders for the fellow of this walk. And my horns I bequeath your husbands. Am I a woodsman, huh? Speak I like Herne the hunter now? Why now Cupid is a child of conscience. He makes restitution. As I am a true spirit, welcome.
Alas, what noise? Heaven forgive our sins.
What should this be?
Away, away!
Why? The devil would not have me damned, lest the oil that's in me should set hell on fire. He would never else cross me thus.
Fairies, black, gray, green, and white. You moonshine revelers in shades of night. You orphan heirs of prince's destiny. Attend your office and your quality. Prayer hobgoblin, make the fairy wounds.
Elves, list your names. These are chimneys shalt thou weep, where fires thou find'st not, and hearts unspent. There, pitch the maids as blue as bilberry, are ready to weep haste slum's
They are fairies. He that speaks to them shall die. I'll wink and couch. No man their works must die.
arms, backs, legs, shoulders, thighs, and shins.
Stop, stop. Search Windsor Castle, elves within an ounce. Strew with love palace on every sacred village that it may stand. Convey as wholesome as the sacred spirit, worthy of the own heart. Establish heirs of order in this gown, and choose the long and every precious cloud. Each fair installment, coat and several crest, employ a blazon after more be blessed. And nightly meadow fairies live you sing, like to the garter's compass in a ring. The expression that it bears, green let it be, more fertile, fresh than all the field to see. And only swell qui mal points right, in emerald tufts flowers purple, blue, and white. Like sapphire, pearl, and rich embroidery, buckled below fair knighthood's bending knee. Fairies use flowers for their character. Away, disperse. But till 'tis 1 o'clock, our dance of custom round about the oak of Herne the hunter, let us not forget.
May you lock hand in hand yourselves in order set, and 20 glowworms shall our lanterns be, to guide our measure round about the tree. But stay. I smell a man of Middle Earth.
Oh, heavens, defend me from that Welsh fairy? Lest he turn me into a piece of cheese.
Vile word, this was overlooked even in thy birth.
With trial fire, touch me his finger end. If he be chaste, the flame will back descend and turn him to no pain. But if he start, it is the flesh of a corrupted heart.
Trial come.
How will this wood take fire?
Corrupt, and tainted in desire. About him, fairies, sing a scornful rhyme, and as you trip, still pinch him to your time.
Fie on sinful fantasy, fie on lust and luxury. Lust is but a bloody fire, kindled with unchaste desire, fed in hearts whose flames aspire, as thoughts do burn them higher and higher. Pinch him, fairies, mutually, pinch him for his villainy. Pinch him and burn him and turn him about, till candles and starlight and moonshine be out. Nay, do not fly. I think we have watched you now. Will none but Herne the hunter serve your turn?
I pray, come you, hold the jest up no higher. Now, good Sir John, how like you Windsor wives? See these, fair husband, do not these yokes become the forest better than the town?
Now, sir, who's a cuckold now? Master Page, Falstaff's a knave.
a cuckolding knave. Look, there are his horns, master page, and he hath none of fours, but his buck basket, his cudgel, and, 20 pounds of money which must be paid to Master Page. His horses are arrested for it, Master Page.
What?
Sir John, we have had ill luck. We could never meet. I will never take you for my love again, but I will always count you as my dear.
I do begin to perceive that I have been made an ass.
Oh, and an ox, too. Both the proofs are extant.
And these are not fairies. I was 3 or 4 times in the thought that they were not fairies. And yet the guiltiness of my mind, the sudden surprise of my powers, led the grossness of the foppery into a received belief, in spite of the teeth of all rhyme and reason, that they were fairies. See now how wit may be made a jackalent when 'tis upon ill employment.
Sir John Falstaff, serve God and leave your desires, and fairies will not pinch you.
Well said, Fairy Pistol.
And leave you your jealousies too, I pray you.
Oh, I will never mistrust my wife again, till thou art able to woo her in good English.
Am I to be ridden with the Welsh goat? Shall I a coxcomb a frieze? Have I laid my brain in the sun and dried it that it wants matter to prevent such gross o'erreaching as this? 'Tis time I were choked with a piece of toasted cheese.
Cease is not good to give putter. Your belly is all putter.
Cease and putter? Have I lived to stand at the taunt of one who makes such fritters of English? This is enough to be the decay of all lust and late walking through the realm.
Why, Sir John, did you think we would thrust virtue out of our hearts, through our heads and shoulders, and give ourselves without scruple to hell, that ever the devil could have made you our delight?
What, a hodge pudding? A bag of flax?
A puffed man, old, cold, withered, and of intolerable entrails.
And one that is as slanderous as Satan.
And as poor as Job.
And as wicked as his wife?
And given to fornications, and to taverns, and to drinkings, and swearings, and sack, and wine, and metheglins, cribbles, and pravels.
Well, I am your thief. You have made the start of me. I am dejected. I am not able to answer the Welsh flannel. Use me as you will.
Oh, marry, sir, then we'll bring you to Windsor to a Master Page, whom you've cozened of money when you should have been a panderer. Over and above that, you have suffered, and I think to repay that money should be a biting affliction.
Yet be cheerful, knight. Thou shalt eat a posset tonight at my house, where I will desire thee to laugh at my wife that now laughs at thee.
Let it be so, Sir John.
Our final scene of the night is Midsummer Act 2, Scene 1. When Oberon misreads his Halloween party invitation, he and Puck are the only ones who show up in costumes. How embarrassing. And to make matters worse, Oberon runs into his ex, Titania, who has a bone or two to pick with him. Uh-oh. Additionally, Demetrius crashes the party while looking for Lysander and Hermia. But also, Helena follows Demetrius to the party because she's in love with him. And then, presumably, hilarity ensues. Written and directed by Eric Wells, this is Act 2, Scene 1 of A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare.
Woo! Woo!
Ill-matched by moonlight. Proud Titania.
Oh, what? Jealous Oberon? There's skipheads. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton. Not I, thy lord.
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of Corin, sat all day, playing on pipes of corn and versing love to amorous Phillida. Why art thou here, come from the farthest step of India? But that, forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your buskined mistress and warrior love, that Theseus must be wedded. And you've come to give their bed joy and prosperity?
How canst thou thus, for shame, Titania, glance at my credits with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus? Didst thou not lead him through the glimmering night from Perigonia, whom he ravished? And make him, with fair Agles, break his faith with Ariadne and Antiopa?
These are the forgeries of jealousy. And never, since middle summer spring, met we, on hill, in dale, by forest or mead, by paved fountain, or by rushy brook, or in the beechen margent of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. The spring, the summer, the childing autumn, the angry winter, all change their wonted liveries, and the mazed world, by their increase, now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairy land lies not the child of me. His mother was a votaress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air, by night, full often hath she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked traders on the flood, when we had laughed to see the sails conceive and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind, which she, with pretty and with swimming gait following, her womb then rich with my young squire, would imitate, and set upon the land, to fetch me trifles. I return again as if from voyage at sea. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die. And it is for her sake that I bring up her boy. And for her sake, I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me. I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy and I will go with him.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away. We shall chide down right if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. I shall not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest, since once I sat upon a promontory, and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back utter such dulcet and harmonious breaths that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vessel throned by the west, and he loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. But I might see young Cupid's fiery shaft quenched, and the chaste beams of the watery moon, and the imperial votaress passed on in maiden meditation, fancy free. Yet marked I where the bolts of Cupid fell. Fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound. And the maidens called it love and idleness. Fetch me this flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make or man or woman madly dote upon the next living creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take the charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I'm invisible, and I will overhear the conference.
No, I'm fine. Therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou told me they were stolen into this wood, and that I'll be, and woed within this wood because I cannot meet my Hermia. Jesus! Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you draw not iron. For my heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you?
Uh-huh.
No. Do I speak you fair, or rather, do I not, in plainest truth, tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that, do I love you the more. I am your spaniel.
What?
And Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as a spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. What worser place can I beg in your love, and in a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog?
Tempt not too much of the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much. To leave the city and commit yourselves into the hands of one that loves you. Stop it. One that loves you not. To trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with your rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night. Nor doth this wood lack worlds of company, for you in my respect are all the world. Then how can it be said I am alone when all the world is here to look on me?
No. I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. But run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne holds the chase. The dove pursues the griffin, the mild hind makes speed to catch the tiger. Bootless speed when cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I will stand up thy questions. Let me go. And if thou follow me, do not believe, but I will do thee mischief in the woods.
I in the temple, in the town, the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius, your wrongs you set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to rule. I'll follow thee and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well. Demetrius!
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he doth leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and nodding violet grows, quite over-canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses, and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania some time of the night, lulled in these flowers by dances and delight. And there the snake throws its enameled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. And with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Oh, take thou some of it and seek through this grove. Don't sniff it! Lest thou fall in love with me! Seek thou through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies might be the lady. Thou shalt know the man from the Athenian garments he hath on. Affect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou, meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord. Your servant shall do so.